LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu. StubHub. Hey Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. And Toyota. Let's go places.
Everybody, great to have you along here once again on Galaxy Radio. I am Christian Miles. I'm Christian Miles in the LA Galaxy. Desperate times right now. 4 consecutive defeats in a run of form that has not been that flattering. 5 losses and 1 victory in their last 6 has left them in the 9th position in the Western Conference on 10 points, 3 adrift of both Minnesota United and Real Salt Lake, and for the time being on the outside looking in regard to the MLS Cup playoff race. Of course, the Galaxy coming off those 4 consecutive defeats, and the most recent of which 9 days ago in the great state of Texas, losing 3-2 for the 3rd consecutive time, by the way, and a match that Ziggy Schmid called disappointing and faulting the defense, saying, hey, we flat out have to play better. It's the whole team, not just the back 4. Indeed, that, along with seeing out a full 90 minutes, is going to be paramount to the game plan today as they look for 3 points against a Montreal team that has really struggled as of late. Currently the worst defensive record in Major League Soccer, and they find themselves in the 10th position in the Eastern Conference, just above lowly DC United, who's currently occupying last place. But they do have some talented attackers that are getting some big guys back from injury. We'll talk about that a little bit later here on Galaxy Radio. Poor start, trying to avoid one, is point number 1 here for Ziggy Schmid. On 7 occasions in their first 10 games, the LA Galaxy have conceded the first goal, and with swapping and changing and player suspension and injuries along that back line, it has really begged the question, how can the Galaxy avoid conceding first, and how can this defensive unit, and really that block of 5 back there with David Bingham, avoid conceding early and putting themselves in a position where they've got to climb out of a hole and mount that charge from a comeback position. That is going to be paramount, and a chance they really fancy today against a team that has allowed 26 goals in their first 11 games. So there are goals to be had. This is a Montreal team that's down but far from out. But if there ever was an opportunity to take maximum points on the road, today is the day. We'll talk about the attack, and we'll talk about Remy Gard and his talented array in a 4-3-3 lineup a little bit later. But we're just getting started here. Temperature 74 degrees with humidity hovering around 31%, aka a great day for soccer up north of the border. It's Victoria Day, a holiday, and we hope you're joining us here on Monday afternoon on Galaxy Radio. Stick around. There's more to come right after this.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation 92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo.
Oh boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory-scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Find yourself headed to the pitch in a brand new Porsche Panamera. As the goals fly in for the LA Galaxy, Porsche Panameras will be flying out of San Manuel Casino every Thursday in April. Club Serrano members earn entries when you use your Club Serrano card. Play for a chance to drive home this sporty sedan. Get your Club Serrano card today. It's free, so sign up today and start earning entries for your chance to win one of 4 2018 Porsche Panameras. San Manuel Casino. All thrill. Details at sanmanuel.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed. and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, Galaxy fans, 2 pizzas are better than 1. That's why Papa John's is offering you 2 large one-topping pizzas for only $7.77 each. That's 2 large Papa John's pizzas loaded with quality and topped with your favorite topping for only $7.77 each. Order online at papajohns.com or walk into your local Papa John's today. We're locally owned and operated. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Limited time offer. Prices and participation may vary. Not valid with all discounts. Additional toppings, taxes, and fees extra.
We are 17 minutes from kickoff at Stade Saputo, or the Saputo Stadium in the province of Quebec in Montreal. Very much the scene right now. 2 teams in desperate need of victories as the Montreal Impact gets set to take on the LA Galaxy in a clash of East hosting West. And a big question today, what kind of a formation and what kind of a tactical setup will Ziggy Schmidt employ? We can tell you there's going to be 3 changes to the starting 11, which we'll get to in just a moment. But key omissions today, of course, Rolf Felcher continues to nurse that injury. He's out with that strained pectoral muscle. He's not expected back at the earliest until late June, perhaps in July. And a big story elsewhere on that back line, Ashley Cole receiving his 5th yellow card 9 days ago in Dallas. He is out with a ban, and that means David Romney will move over to the left back spot after being an unused substitute in Dallas on May 12th. In midfield, we'll see another bit of a change. We'll talk about Seba Leget's role alongside Perry Kitchen a little bit later here, but Ziggy Schmidt trying to find some defensive solidity in a team that has conceded 11 goals in their last 4 games, and as we mentioned at the top of the show, 7 times it has resulted in them conceding the first goal against their opponents and putting themselves in really a bit of a predicament. In those 7 games, they've only managed to take 1 victory, losing, of course, the 6 other occasions. The depleted defense, of course, will be tested, and David Bingham looking for some solidity. He can count on the same partnership in the back in a 4-2-3-1 setup. Siani and Shelvek will be the partners. A little bit of a spotty situation with Siani, who hasn't really put his best foot forward, but coming back into full fitness and having that familiarity as now he starts his 3rd consecutive game alongside Shelvek, who started every game. And he'll get things going, and that familiarity, as they say, stability, indeed, will breed a little bit of success. The attack, though, has really managed to get the job done. 6 goals over the last 3 games, and Ola Kamara has been really the highlight. And what's been puzzling about this is Kamara, for those of you that don't know, he's that number 9 traditionally that likes to play on the edge of the defenders and a really fox-in-the-box type of striker, but he's been forced out wide due to the inclusion of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but it really hasn't altered his production. He's scored 1 goal in each of the last 3 games, and after opening with that strike on the first goal of the season, in that 2-1 win back in March against Portland, he went through a bit of a dry spell, about 4 or 5 games without one, but he has really hit his stride. He will not complain about his role. He will not complain about possibly being played out of position and not playing to his strongest suits. He is a member of the team. He's taking it on the chin and producing invariably in an attack that is not showing a lot of synchronization at times, but slowly but surely is coming together. In the midfield is going to be key today here. Kitchen, of course, subbed off at halftime against SC Dallas, and Leggett and Jonah able to put together a pretty good show before Jonah was subbed off himself due to injury. It'll remain to be seen how things get going in the midfield, and can it provide that link and support. Jonah's going to play a more advanced role with Sebastian Leggett alongside Perry Kitchen in that 4-2-3-1 double pivot, so we'll see how things shake out. Kickoff just moments away, 14 minutes and counting. It's the Montreal Impact hosting the LA Galaxy, and it's only on Galaxy Radio. Stay with us, everybody.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory-scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Señores, let's celebrate with a cold Modelo Especial. Those who believe there are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Those who follow their passion and inspire others to do the same. Let's celebrate the everyday rewards with a Modelo. That Modelo Especial that remains true to its quality and taste since 1925. Modelo Especial. Discover the Especial. Serve responsibly. Modelo Especial beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory-scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, Galaxy fans, 2 pizzas are better than 1. That's why Papa John's is offering you 2 large one-topping pizzas for only $7.77 each. That's 2 large Papa John's pizzas loaded with quality and topped with your favorite topping for only $7.77 each. Order online at papajohns.com or walk into your local Papa John's today. We're locally owned and operated. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Limited time offer. Prices and participation may vary. Not valid with all discounts. Additional toppings, taxes, and fees extra.
The LA Galaxy looking for their first win since April 14th. It's been a long time coming. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the 11th game of the season for the LA Galaxy. The 5-time defending MLS Cup champions really struggling as of late, but a chance to put their worrisome days behind them against the team that's really having an equally tough time right now. The Montreal Impact, as we mentioned, finding themselves second bottom, just above DC United in the Eastern Conference, a team that's allowed 26 goals in their first 11 games. So there are vulnerabilities amongst that back line. And coming off, of course, back-to-back defeats at home 9 days ago to the Philadelphia Union, as well as a 1-0 loss to Chicago back on the 9th. We shall see. Time now to take a look at today's starting 11, presented by Casa Modelo, home of Especial and Negra, quality beers since 1925, and we can confirm for Siggy Schmid, it's the same tactical setup, a bit of a reshuffle, a 4-2-3-1, Bingham in goal. But the big story today, the Montenegrin right back, Emre Clemente, who spent the last 5 years in USL with the Sacramento Republic as the captain, will make his Major League Soccer debut coming in for Daniel Steres, who deputized for the injured Rolf Felcher. Siani and Shelbeck, as I mentioned, at the heart of that defense for the 3rd consecutive games. And David Romney comes in for the suspended Ashley Cole on the left-hand side of defense. Perry Kitchen is recalled. He has started every game, one of the 3 players for the LA Galaxy. And Sebastian Lletget, he is the 3rd change. He comes in replacement of Chris Pontius. That means Roman Alessandrini will move back to his natural wide right position with Jonah Dos Santos, who had a bit of an injury scare at FC Dallas, took a knee in the back of the right leg. He's been okay in training since Wednesday. And on the left-hand side of him, of course, will be Ola Kamara, who's been absolutely sensational. To quote a very popular Los Angeles area podcast, the LA Galaxy, perhaps don't deserve Ola Kamara, but he indeed has been absolutely fantastic. Just to saying his speech, and of course the big man up top is Ibrahimovic, who's been absolutely magnificent. Announced his debut in grand fashion with those 2 goals against LASC, and since then, even though he hasn't found the back of the net in the last 3 games, he's had a hand in 6 goals in all competitions so far, and trying to get back on the score sheet since recording that winner back on the 14th of April away to the Chicago Fire. 3 changes as well coming up here for the Canadians. Korlicki will come into midfield. We'll see Alejandro Silva, the Uruguayan, up top with Nacho Piatti. He is the man who really pulls the strings, involved in 11 goals. Marco Donadel comes back after missing out on the last 10 games with injury. He'll slide into his central defensive role. And, of course, filling out on the left back spot is Chris Duval, who replaces Daniel Lovitz on the left-hand side of defense. Lovitz missing out with suspension. So we shall see. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, we'll get things started. The party is just beginning. Stay with us, folks. It's the Galaxy and the Impact. First half kickoff coming up next.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu. And Toyota. Let's go places.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation 92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo.
No. Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, LA Galaxy fans, get ready for a season of winning. And winning at San Manuel Casino. With over 4,700 slot machines, San Manuel Casino has the most slots in Southern California. And in the month of March, you can ride away in a brand new Corvette Grand Sport convertible with drawings every Thursday night in March. San Manuel Casino. All thrill. Details at sanmanuel.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, Galaxy fans, 2 pizzas are better than 1. That's why Papa John's is offering you 2 large one-topping pizzas for only $7.77 each. That's 2 large Papa John's pizzas loaded with quality and topped with your favorite topping for only $7.77 each. Order online at papajohns.com or walk into your local Papa John's today. We're locally owned and operated. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Limited time offer. Prices and participation may vary. Not valid with all discounts. Additional toppings, taxes, and fees extra.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Kickoff coming up momentarily as the LA Galaxy pay their first and only visit to the Montreal Impact, and it's 9th In the Western Conference, paying a visit to 10th in the East, and two teams in desperate need of 3 points, folks. The Galaxy trying to put aside a run of 3 consecutive 3-2 defeats and 4 consecutive losses overall. Their only win since that magnificent comeback against LAFC came back on April 14th away to the Chicago Fire. And suddenly the LA Galaxy finding themselves on 10 points, 5 points out of that final playoff spot, currently occupied by the 6th-placed Houston Dynamo, which gave the Galaxy one of those 3-2 defeats a couple of weeks ago. The big question today, Ziggy Schmid saying, hey, I've got to rotate my defense. It will be a changed lineup for the 10th time in 11 games. The big story, Emre Clementa making his debut at right back today for Rolf Feltscher, as well as Daniel Steres, who deputized the last time out. Ashley Cole missing out with suspension. Feltscher won't be back until late June. Another big injury loss, of course, is going to be Giovanni Dos Santos, who's sidelined once again. He did not make the trip. He's out with a hamstring problem. He's expected to play on Friday against the San Jose Earthquakes. We shall see. That certainly is a day-by-day situation, but the World Cup countdown has begun for he and his brother, Jonah Dos Santos. Friday, of course, could be the last time that they feature for the LA Galaxy until the completion of Mexico's World Cup run, which could come to a halt as early as late June. But we shall see. Certainly in that group with Germany, it's going to be tough for the Mexicans. But back to the club scene, and the Montreal Impact can boast a record against this LA Galaxy team pretty good on their home ground. In fact, they haven't lost in their games in Montreal. You may remember a couple of years ago, a Didier Drogba free kick 4 minutes into stoppage time, which was bobbled by Brian Rowe, gave the Impact a 3-2 win against the Galaxy, and really what was a heartbreaker, and that coming after 2 consecutive draws beginning back in 2012. Montreal's first season in Major League Soccer, and 2014 when they shared the spoils and split 4 goals right down the middle. Montreal Impact, as I mentioned, coming off back-to-back defeats at a team with a run of form that really has left a lot to be desired. Just 1 win in their last 7. They've been banged up and depleted and been leaking goals like a sieve, already conceding 5 against LAFC on their home ground a couple of weeks ago, so we shall see. But Ziggy Schmid making those 3 changes, and he's sticking, interestingly enough, with a 4-2-3-1 up against a 4-3-3 in a Montreal team that's also making 3 changes. But how will the defensive line sort itself out, and how can they avoid conceding first? That is the big question. Ziggy has said, hey, we're a team that needs to defend better, we're a team that needs to react quicker, and overall just be better in 1v1 situations, win our tackles, and win our individual duels. He is looking for accountability on that back line, but goes out to mention and stresses the importance of defending from the top, and that means everyone, including Zlatan Ibrahimovic, just needs to chip in a little bit more and do that dirty work. A clean sheet, indeed, would be ideal. Not so for Montreal. Indeed, we mentioned their defensive problems, and interestingly enough, they've only found the back of the net on 14 occasions, equal with the LA Galaxy on the same amount of games played. But a beautiful day. It's Victoria Day, and that leads to a strange Monday afternoon kickoff here at 12:08 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and we are underway. Montreal, of course, in their usual blue and black for those of you watching online, and the Galaxy taking their patented white strip away, and Jurgen Schildek sending it over, and a nice flick on that time in the attacking half by Zlatan Ibrahimovic before it rolls back to the goalkeeper Evan Bush, the 32-year-old now, of course, coming off 5 clean sheets last year with the Impact, but only 2 so far this season. Defensive solidity, of course, going to be paramount for the Impact, going with a 4-3-3. Remy Gard trying to instill some attacking philosophy in a team that can knock it around with the best of them on their day. He's trying to find that solidity and unity and cohesion from front to back, much like the Galaxy. 2 teams really mirror each other's problems right now and looking to sort it out at the expense of each other. Far side throw-in, and nicely tapped by the Argentine. Nacho Piatti has been nothing short of a revelation, an all-star the last 2 seasons. He's part of that 3-pronged attack, occupying that center spot today for the Canadians as they win it back at midfield, controlled by Safir Taider, the 26-year-old Algerian. He'll pull the strings along with Sami Piet in the center of the park before it's sent back to the goalkeeper, Evan Bush. Galaxy looking to improve on an away record that has seen them win one time with 1 draw and 3 defeats. That 1 win, as I mentioned, coming on the 14th of April against the Chicago Fire, 1-0, real blustery conditions. The 1 draw coming goalless at the end of March, 0-0, when the Galaxy were banged up and depleted, but got a clean sheet and a share of the points away to Vancouver. Wide on the right-hand side, controlled by Alejandro Silva, the Uruguayan, as it comes back to midfield inside the Montreal half. And Marco Donadel, who's making a return from injury after missing out on the last 2 months with an ankle problem, gives it away as Sebastian Lletget now looking to establish some sort of possession in the center of the park here. That's going to, of course, be job number 1 for Ziggy Schmid, wanting to dictate and make teams react to the Galaxy as opposed to the Galaxy doing just that. Here's Perry Kitchen now, coming off that performance that saw him substituted off at the halftime mark against FC Dallas. Been covering a lot of ground and part of that double pivot in that 4-2-3-1. The same setup we've seen throughout large stretches of the season. Left-hand side now as it comes out for Dave Romney, and it'll be interesting to see how he fills that huge void left by the suspension of Ashley Cole, who misses out for the 2nd time this season. Zlatan Ibrahimovic floating out wide on the left-hand side, gets it on the wing now for Ola Kamara. What can the Norwegian conjure up? 1v1 against Petracho. His cross is blocked before it's cleared away by Piet. Questions of a handball. It may drop for Jonah Dos Santos. Nice link play with Lletget. The back heel through, and it's belted in and saved. And a good attempt here. Nice piece of improvisation just inside the penalty box, but that low hit from Jonah Dos Santos held by Evan Bush in the end. Some tidy, real attractive soccer here from the LA Galaxy, and Jonah Dos Santos showing no signs of that injury that he sustained last week and what has been characterized as a real deep bruise or contusion, if you will. Sharp start here from the Galaxy, taking it right to this Montreal defense as it comes to the right-hand side. Here's Siani, who's come up nearly to the halfway line, and the French center half finding his way to Jonah Dos Santos, who has a huge task today in a more advanced role. Sails over the head of Ola Kamara, so a throw-in for the Impact. Center of the park now for Safir Taidu, the Algerian, hoping to become a part of Algeria's World Cup campaign. Remember, it starts on the 14th of June, and now these MLS players coming to the end of their club tenure before the big summer tournament. Chance to impress their club and country bosses ahead of the World Cup. Remember, those friendlies coming up here on the 28th, as Mexico will be involved, one taking place at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, as Mexico will get set to take on Wales before a June 2nd date down at the Azteca against Scotland before wrapping up their pre-World Cup program against Denmark, that one in Europe in Copenhagen. Remember the 35-man provisional squad named by Juan Carlos Osorio. Both Gio and Jonah have been called up, but here comes Alessandrini. He's been a little frustrated as of late, trying to play it in. It's Ola Kamara. He's onside, trying to flick it through, and a save from Evan Bush. Looked as though the offside flag may have gone up. We get a look on our replay up here, and yes, indeed, it was just a half a yard off. Good work on that near side officiating crew, this time manned by Joe Fletcher. The head official tonight is Ismail Elfath. It's a real interesting story in his own right. The 36-year-old now in his 7th season as an MLS referee, actually born in Morocco and made his way to the USA through the immigration lottery. And has made the most of his time earning an MBA at the University of Texas at Austin. But here's Tyder now, deep into the Galaxy half, cross out in front, dangerous for LA, and it was Romney just on the edge of the 6-yard box. No one making the run for Montreal, and that really could have been curtains early on. So an early brush with danger, but disaster averted as Donadel sends it right back up and repelled by Jorgen Scheldeck. Throw in now for Montreal. As he mentioned, the 6th away game of the season. The away travels are pretty good to the Galaxy last year. In fact, if you went up to July, the team with the 2nd best away record, trying to build upon that and put aside their poor home form when they've lost 3 straight at StubHub, is going to be a big part of their success, trying to target the playoffs right now. As Tyder sends it through, it's Alejandro Silva, the Uruguayan, head up, tries to chip it back, and a little disorganized, but Perry Kitchen tracking back and heading it to safety. It's going to be, however, the first corner of the afternoon, and it falls for Montreal. They do have some talented attackers. It's an attack that's predicated on movement and silky passing, with Nacho Piatti really pulling a lot of the strings alongside Alejandro Silva and the pacey Raheem Edwards wide on the right-hand side. This first corner, and the Galaxy have conceded one of those this season, and it's a poor delivery, easily defended by Ibrahimovic, who sends it wide. The throw-in now as it goes back to Sami Piet, who's dropping into a deeper role from his usual spot in central midfield, as Montreal forced to make those 3 changes from that 2-0 loss 9 days ago at home to Philadelphia. Their home record, really nothing too impressive. 2 wins and 2 defeats for the Quebecois. So foul at midfield now, and the Galaxy will have it on the free kick. Those victories, of course, coming at the expense of the New England Revolution back on May 5th, as well as 1-0 against a Toronto team, their fellow Canadians, who were at that point heavily involved in the CONCACAF Champions League. Their defeats, as I mentioned, last time out against Philadelphia, as well as April 21st in that 5-3 shellacking by Bob Bradley at LAFC. But no goals here as we come upon the 8-minute mark at the Saputo Stadium. A gorgeous day, Victoria Day for the Canadians, and a holiday for all of our friends north of the border. Here's Michael Ciani, very comfortable in the French element, alongside, of course, his countryman Roman Alessandrini, as Dave Romney sends it to safety. Throw in now, just level with the penalty box for Montreal now. Silva trying to turn on Shelvek. Good strength from the Uruguayan, and it's defense by committee, and the Galaxy not looking too solid right now. Very reactive, and once again at the center of it is Piatti as well as Silva, who just rolled past Shelvek. Good strength there from the big Uruguayan. Slips around Kitchen and just tried to flick it in. Piatti did ever so well. And one of the more underrated players in MLS. And already the top goal scorer in Montreal history with 52 goals. Their second corner headed away by Ciani. Marco Donadel, though, keeps possession for Montreal in that Galaxy half. It's been open to start this one, as you would expect. Wide on the right now for Silva. Piatti asking for it. This appears to have stagnated and easily intercepted. A good step forward out of that back four from Shelvek, the Norwegian. Here's Jonah Dos Santos, who looks to restore order in terms of possession. David Romney trying to make the most of his starting spot. He played a lot of his collegiate career, David Romney, at the University of San Francisco as a left back, but as he's seen throughout his time since being called up from Los Dos, or LA Galaxy 2, he can play anywhere on that back four. It really is nice to have that defensive flexibility. Just trying to plug those holes for those injuries in a depleted back four today for Los Angeles. It's one back in the back now by Chris Duval. He's filling in, deputizing on the left-hand side of that Montreal defense. Nacho Piatti trying to work his way forward. He has his pocket picked by Alessandrini, who's really up for the fight. Chance, of course, to talk a little trash, perhaps, in his native French tongue to his adversaries today. Looking forward, of course, to the trip up north of the border as the Galaxy looking for their first ever win at the Saputo Stadium. A couple of draws in that heartbreaking defeat 2 years ago. Didier Drogba had that free kick 4 minutes into stoppage time. And Alessandrini on that long diagonal can't keep it controlled, so a throw-in inside the Montreal half for the Quebecois, as they say. Galaxy conceding 19 times. Only 5 other clubs, including this Montreal outfit, have allowed more goals in Major League Soccer. 11 of which have come in their last 4. For the first time in history, Ziggy Schmidt and the Galaxy have lost 3 consecutive games by the same scoreline, 3-2, which has seen them fight back from goals down on those occasions, but nothing to show for their efforts. Ziggy going as far to say, hey, anytime you score 2 goals away from them, you expect to get something out of the game. But certainly that has not been the case, and it's been tremendously frustrating not just for the Galaxy boss, for a lot of these players who are really desperate to put their best foot forward today. Wide on the left now for Sebe Lletget, supported by Jonah Dos Santos. Ibrahimovic dropping central now. Good hold-up play from the big Swede. Alessandrini dropping central, slips past Raheem Edwards, but shows too much of it to Sami Piet, who reclaims possession on Montreal's behalf. Piatti, nice, clever flick, and on the left-hand side, Duval crosses into enemy territory, finds his way up to Raheem Edwards. Player that's got speed to burn, part of Canada's Gold Cup campaign last year. Piatti central, just shouldered off of it by Sebastien Lletget. No whistle from referee Ismail Elfaf. And Duval adding support on this left-hand side in the Galaxy half. Piet now. As the Canadians looking to build something of consequence. Piet get on the gallop, totally untouched through that Galaxy back four. Trying to link up with Piatti, who couldn't control it on that first touch. It hasn't looked assured at the back here in the first 12.5 minutes or so, but no damage done as of yet. But they're going to have to get tighter, LA, and just show a little more cohesion and understanding. Big day, as you mentioned, for Emre Clemente making his MLS debut, the Montenegrin. Highly impressive in his 5 years as the Sacramento Republic captain. He's actually been called up to the Montenegro national team and was a part of their most recent friendlies back at the end of March. Sent away by David Bingham. Ibrahimovic drops in past the halfway line, making life difficult back there for Sebastien Lletget, who does a good job of mopping up. Just brings a little bit more of an attacking punch in that two-pronged defensive midfield role alongside Perry Kitchen, allowing more freedom for Jonah Dos Santos. Certainly we shall see if it can translate into success as Alessandrini drops central. Here comes Ibrahimovic with his head up, trying to link up with Kamara, who's come in centrally as well. Chip up over the top. Ibra brings it down. High boot from the big Swede. Ibra still on board now, and Duval just loses out on that possession. It's going to be a throw-in now for Montreal. Close but no cigar for Ibrahimovic, who is incredulous that he's not going to be awarded a throw-in here. Ibra showing off that martial arts background with that high foot, coming well above his waist level to control that ball. Excellent first touch from him. World-class stuff, as you would expect from Ibra. The impact defense doing just enough to thwart Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who today is wearing the captain's armband in the absence of Ashley Cole, who's back in Los Angeles and no doubt watching this one. Here's Sami Piet now at the center of that Montreal defense in that 4-3-3 setup. Piatti drops to midfield, but can't quite string it together. So a throw-in for Dave Romney as the first quarter of an hour is under their belt. Much like the last time out, the Galaxy holding their opposition goalless. Remember, they didn't concede that first goal until just around the 28-minute mark to FC Dallas's Maxi Urruti. They held firm, but looking for a little bit more on their attack when they only found 4 shots on target, and a lot of those coming when FC Dallas were down to 10 men for the last 17 minutes. Here's Emre Clemente, the Montenegrin, now links up with Kitchen. I'm sure hearts aflutter for him, nervous moments, and he gives it away. Not the best of ball, and Roman Alessandrini demonstrably frustrated there with his teammate. That's been a current theme and an ongoing theme with Roman Alessandrini. He's really cut a figure of frustration, both with himself as well as his teammates. Just hasn't really come together for him like it did last year when he scored 13 goals and 12 assists in his season to forget for LA. So back to David Bingham, goalless at the Saputo. And Siani now finds his way to Sebastien Lletget. And a club, Montreal, now celebrating their 25th anniversary since fielding their first ever team back on this very same day in May of 1993. That back in the old NASL days, and it's nicely broken for the Canadians. But how about the interception from Jorgen Skjelvik, who really stemmed the tide, able to win it back on LA's behalf, but they can't control it. Here's Edwards inside his own half, harassed by Alessandrini, who just gets it back. Good work from Roman Alessandrini. Can't quite find the connection with Ibrahimovic, who dropped into a deeper role, and Montreal gets it back. There's one of the 3 changes in Ken Krolicki, who's playing in a midfield role wide on that right-hand side in support of Edwards in that 4-3-3 setup. It just goes over the head of the aforementioned Nacho Piatti and safely to the feet, of course, of David Bingham, who's been in goal every single minute this season. And Bingham, of course, while the defensive record really hasn't been too impressive with those 19 goals conceded, he has saved 37 shots to go with those 2 clean sheets. Was only called into action on 1 occasion with a save, making 1 save against FC Dallas despite conceding 3. Here is Krolicki, pulls it back from the byline. Leggett just gets a foot in on the volley. It sits up for Montreal. LA in a world of hurt right now as it bounces outside the penalty area before it's controlled by Romney. And LA get it back once again, dodging a big bullet. They're finding their way through. They're getting that penetration, able to pass through that Galaxy midfield. They've come out wide on the left where Edwards is drifted. Inside now for the number 8, Safir Taider, the talented Algerian who set a record the last time out, completing 57 passes in an opponent's half in that 2-0 loss 9 days ago by Philadelphia. So they can pass you off the park if it is indeed clicking, if they are given the space. It's up to LA to make that job more difficult and really, to be honest for you, make LA and see Los Angeles become more difficult to play against. Here's Marco Donadel, the Italian, trying to go directly over the top, but Shelvek really read it well. Nevertheless, Montreal keep it. Donadel, the former Fiorentina man, never part of the Italian setup, but they cough up possession at midfield and claimed by the ever-industrious Jonah Dos Santos and his partner now. Perry Kitchen shouldering out the challenge from Raheem Edwards, supported nicely by Sebastian Leggett, who really brings a technical composure to the center of the park. For lack of a better expression, a smooth elegance. Leggett so gifted on the ball, no doubt about that. And good to see him back to full fitness after that Liz Frank break last March in 2017. He'll link up with his midfield partner, Jonah Dos Santos. Clemente is really high up here. He's got to be careful. He's left a big hole on this right-hand side, and only too happy to oblige is Safir Taider, just on the edge of the Galaxy penalty area. Leaves it off for Nacho Piatti. Tries to turn and fire. And fortunately for the Galaxy, it was Perry Kitchen doing just enough to get the block in. Real open start here for both of these two, as Ibrahimovic is dropped down at midfield. A free kick for LA, quickly taken now, and here is the Swede. He does like to drop into those deep rolls, whether it's wide on the left or centrally. He'll spread it out wide to the left-hand side for Dave Romney, who makes the venture forward. I haven't seen too many clear-cut chances for the Galaxy as of yet. Perhaps that will change. It's Roman Alessandrini with some space, fouled from behind, and a free kick just on the edge of the box now, and this one from about 19 yards away as he was nudged by Sami Piet. And this could be a golden opportunity for LA. Roman had really freed himself up well, and it was Piet with a clear-cut foul, no doubt about it, right in front of the watchful eye of the referee, Ismail Elfath. He's really made himself available and active in a central role, despite being slated to start wide on the right. So Piet commits the foul and a free kick, and you know who, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, just outside that half moon or half circle on the top of the penalty box, as Evan Bush, the Montreal goalkeeper, looking to organize his line here on the 21st minute. And a big moment this. Remember the Galaxy trying to score their first goal from a free kick situation so far this season. Dead balls have not been charitable to them, and it's Zlatan who fires one in. And that one right off the wall as it does its job. Zlatan, of course, only one shot on goal in the last 4. You may remember he rattled the woodwork in thunderous fashion late on against Dallas. This time just rattling the legs of Nacho Piatti as the Galaxy get their first corner of the afternoon. It was Zlatan going for power, hoping the wall would jump, but it didn't. So now a chance for that tall timber to work its magic. And on the opposite side, the header is there. but it's wide. Zlatan pulls it back, takes a deflection, and all hands to the pump for this Montreal defense as it's volleyed just clear of the box and brought down by LA's Jonah Dos Santos. Is just nudged out of play, but it's going to be a Montreal throw. While we've got a moment, don't miss out on any of the action in 2018. The LA Galaxy season ticket memberships are now on sale, starting as low as $17 per match, and include all home games, STM-only events, exclusive access to players, and more. Make sure to visit lagalaxy.com/since96 to purchase your tickets today. It's going to be a yellow card against Sebastian Lletget, who brings down Nacho Piatti, coming in recklessly from behind, and upon further replay, it's hard to argue with that, as Sebastian Lletget dealt his first caution of the season. And remember, he came on as a halftime sub, just lost it on his first touch and frustrated with himself. So the first burking of the affair, and a beautiful day up north of the border, 75 degrees in Quebec. So Lletget becomes the first man booked for either side. The Galaxy trying to crack the worst defense in Major League Soccer. Montreal allowing 26 goals in their first 11 games. Alejandro Silva trying to turn a high line this time from the Galaxy. One back by Kitchen, wide for Kamara, who sends it down that left-hand side for Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who's flagged offside. And Zlatan really frustrated with his teammates, saying, hey, I wanted that to my feet. I want to play it earlier. And that's something we've seen a lot of in similar vein to Roman Alessandrini. While we've got a moment, Galaxy fans save time and skip the lines with the new LA Galaxy app. With the Galaxy app, fans can purchase concessions as well as merchandise directly from their seat. Download the Galaxy app on the iTunes or at Google Play at their stores today. 24th minute, no goals. Saifir Taider playing in that central role. He's on the left-hand side of that 4-3-3 setup today for the Montreal Impact. Trying to get out of their own half, though. Nicely pushed out. They can't string it together well enough, so the Galaxy get the throw on this near right-hand side, right in front of Ziggy Schmid. It's going to be Clementa, who's making his MLS debut. Galaxy running out of options today in a depleted side. Remember, Giovanni Dos Santos out with a hamstring problem, missing out for the second consecutive game. Here comes Ibrahimovic on the edge of the box, running at every defender. He's dispossessed by Sami Piet. Is Montreal able to win it back, but possession very short-lived as Sebastian Lletget retains control. And a nice little twisting, turning piece of skill locates Dave Romney wide on the left, puts in a great cross. Ibra waiting for it, trying to chest it down and link up with Roman Alessandrini to no avail. Decent effort that time. Good skill from Ibra. He's really shown a good first touch. And what was a pretty much unflattering display against FC Dallas 9 days ago. So Montreal looking to build something of consequence as we hit the midpoint of half number one. 6 losses in their last 7 games. Back-to-back defeats. Hasn't been pretty reading for the Quebec side. Chris Duval is swarmed by a duo of Galaxy players, and it's won back eventually between Clementa and Alessandrini. They get the best of the Montreal left back. Tight quarters now, and suddenly Alessandrini lifts his head up for a streaking Ola Kamara, and if it's not for the defense of Montreal, Kamara is in on the goalkeeper. Last-ditch defending by the big Finn, Raitala, formerly of the Columbus Crew, before an easy catch and a speculative attempt by the Galaxy. Quick rollout now, and here comes Montreal. Raitala, of course, picked up by LAFC in the expansion draft and immediately dealt, along with Raheem Edwards, to Montreal as part of that Laurent Simon deal. Some big shoes to fill in that center defense. Simon, of course, the longtime captain, and heading off perhaps with Roberto Martinez and Belgium for the upcoming World Cup campaign. So back now for Perry Kitchen, operating in a central role. He locates Sebastian Lletget just past the center circle. This is what the Galaxy could really do themselves a favor. Take the wind out of Montreal's sail and just get some possession going. Side to side has been fine, but trying to find that penetration, possession with a purpose, if you will, has been the Galaxy's Achilles heel so far, as Siani's caught here and repelled by Sami Piet, going 1v1 against the big French defender, and Siani loses out. Well done by Piet. He's got acres of space in front of him, including the penalty area. Clemente coming over his back now. Left off for Krolicki, wide on the right-hand side now for Alejandro Silva, whose cross takes a deflection. It will result in corner number 3. You'd have to say a well-grafted and well-earned corner kick from Montreal. Siani's got to be quicker, though. Just caught in possession and dwelling too long on it. Can't afford to concede possession in those types of situations. It's something that Ziggy Schmidt has alluded to during his build-up this week, saying, hey, when we lose the ball, we've got to win it back quicker. As Clemente is fouled from behind, it's going to be a free kick for Los Angeles inside their own half, just outside the center circle. Galaxy never have won in the 7 seasons that Montreal had been in Major League Soccer. Possession with a dramatic edge for the Galaxy, with 58% early on to Montreal's 42. Hasn't really translated into an abundance of chances, however. Perhaps it will change this time out. Ibrahimovic dropping deeper now. Jonah Dos Santos over the top now. This could be in for Ola Kamara, but astute defending from Marco Donadel, who sends it to safety. It was really cool under pressure because Kamara is just playing on the edge of that defense. And that's where he is so good, Ola Kamara, despite being utilized in a wide role on the left-hand side throughout much of the campaign since the arrival of Zlatan Ibrahimovic a couple of months ago. But a pretty good stretch this for Montreal, not showing any signs of defensive vulnerability in what has been their Achilles heel so far this season. A team that boasts 12 different nationalities. And they've got themselves some space and some headway now as they leave it forward just inside the Galaxy penalty area as Nacho Piatti shouldered off of it, and a good piece of individual defending by the Norwegian, Jorgen Skjelvik. Skjelvik, as I mentioned, one of 3 players to start every single game so far this season. He hasn't missed a beat. In fact, he's played every minute, along with the only other player in that regard, David Bingham. Nacho Piatti just starting to settle into the affair today. As Montreal, the team that's looking for just their 3rd home win for Remy Gard, the former Aston Villa boss. Zlatan Ibrahimovic on this long goal kick now. Finds some space between that midfield and a defensive line. Sends it a blind ball, and it's easily retrieved by the backtracking Raheem Edwards. Duval lays lace to leather to clear it away, but it's only as far as Siani, who's playing really high right now. And this is where they've got to be careful. We've seen Siani step out of that back 4, leave some holes. Now he'll go back and take his spot alongside Skjelvik, who make a jaunt forward now. This is Perry Kitchen operating just inside the Montreal half, locates Clemente. He's trying to settle those early butterflies on his MLS debut. Skjelvik plays it forward for his fellow Scandinavian Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who puts a beautiful ball forward wide on the right now for Alessandrini in a 1v1 situation with Duval. Drops that shoulder, and that cross entirely overhit. Couldn't work his way around that Montreal left fullback, but the Galaxy keep possession. Here's Kamara wide on the left-hand side. On the 31st minute, the overlap is there from Sebastian Leggeri, who tries to cross, and the Galaxy will have their 2nd corner of the afternoon. Galaxy with 2 goals from corner kicks so far this season. Trying to make the most of the situation. Up comes Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Dave Romney, and they've got the timber to capitalize from these types of situations. See if they can just put something together here. I'd love to take one against the run of play. To deliver on that far side, the left foot of Romain Alessandrini, the former Marseille man, who belts it high. Romney trying to get his head to it. It drops for Jonah Dos Santos. Just looking for some space as he's repelled by Michael Petraccio. who's playing it right back today for the Impact. 5 Americans, 9 Canadians, 3 Frenchmen, 1 Ghanaian, 1 Uruguayan. Throwing an Algerian, 1 Japanese player, a Finn, a Chilean, 2 Italians, and a Senegalese. It's like the United Nations up in Quebec for this Montreal outfit. So possession back to the Galaxy now, looking to build something positive. Back to Jorgen Skjelvik. Trying to find Ibrahimovic in that partnership with Ola Kamara. Here's Clemente making a run inside that Montreal half, locates Kamara. He did well there to free up the Norwegian forward, but Montreal able to see that one to an end as Chris Duval continues to do well in replacement of the suspended Daniel Lovitz, and that's left-hand side of the Montreal defense. It comes out wide on the right for the Canadians. Here's Sammy Piette, who very much is operating in that number 6 role, just like the number on the back of his jersey. He's that shield between the defense and that back 4, or that defense in midfield, rather. Back into the Galaxy half it goes, and a free kick awarded for the hosts. Galaxy will see Jorgen Skjelvik get a word of warning from referee Ismail Elfath, who saw Skjelvik come in a little recklessly, trying to pull down Piatti, who'd gotten goal side of him. It was a warning, and that's the last one for Jorgen Skjelvik. Skjelvik already with 1 booking so far this season. So Piatti now wide on the right. Silva, first time across. Nice looking cross it was, but Edwards late in arriving. Just on the edge of the Galaxy boxes, Raheem Edwards goes right past Emre Clemente. Edwards with great work. I'll tell you what, he did everything but deliver the final ball. Got in behind Clemente, beat him to that end line, but his cross entirely off the mark and way too much power. But he's going to be a handful. Or either Dave Romney or Emre Clemente, depending on which side he operates on. Good skill from Edwards, who drops that shoulder, but the Canadian winger just blistering that cross. Way too hot to handle across the face of the Galaxy goal. Neither side really able to put up some good attacking chances yet. The Galaxy still looking for their first shot on target after recording 4 against FC Dallas 9 days ago. And that came on the heels of putting 3 on target against FC Dallas. That came after putting 4 against the Houston Dynamo. Center of the park now for Jonah Dos Santos. Ibra dropping deep. The Galaxy in control, dictating right now. Here's Leggett. A withdrawn Zlatan Ibrahimovic from a deeper position now. Locates Leggett. Trying to nice work that 1-2. The flag is down just on the edge of the Montreal box. Leaves it off space. Now Sebastian Leggett. Tipped over the bar by Evan Bush. And the best piece of interchanging and interplay we've seen from the Galaxy approach all game long. It was Ibrahimovic who left it off on Leggett, who fired from the edge of the box. And it was Bush left to push it over the bar for the 3rd Galaxy corner of the afternoon. And that's more like it. Starting to come together. We've seen that in fits and in starts, just fleeting moments of brilliance when the Galaxy have put together some great moves. The corner kick on this near side will be retaken with 10 minutes to go until halftime. As the referee Ismail Elfath wants a word with Perry Kitchen, as well as Alejandro Silva, saying, hey boys, I know you've had your altercations, cool it, let's play some ball. And indeed remains to be the case as Kitchen holds his hands up and says, who, me? Nevertheless, we get on with it now. On that near side, it's going to be the left foot and the in-swinging corner of Roman Alessandrini. Kamara in the box along with Ibrahimovic, as well as the defenders, Siani. Skjelvik will stay back. Romney forward now. 36th minute. The delivery from Alessandrini near post. They did enough. It wasn't assured from Montreal, but Jonah Dos Santos losing out to the Uruguayan Alejandro Silva, and a Montreal throw in their own defensive 3rd. Well, it hasn't been champagne soccer, as they say, with an abundance of chances, but it has really been open in nature. Our teams just
A little inept in front of goal so far as Edwards gets the best of Clemento. He's got to be better than that. And here comes Raheem Edwards off to the races, chopped down by Michael Ciani right in front of the referee, who's going to pull for that yellow card. Ciani, despite appealing his case, it's going to fall upon the deaf ears of Ismail Elfath. From my vantage point, it was Edwards just skinning Emra Clementa off to the races as the pacey Canadian before Ciani was hung out to dry. He's going to lose out on pace 10 times out of 10, forced to foul the Montreal winger, and it's put Montreal into an advantageous situation right here, about 20 yards away in a central position now, and the Montreal Impact trying to draw first blood on the LA Galaxy. So standing it up now and sizing up the chances. Safir Tider, already with a goal to his credit, and that coming in that 4-1 loss at the end of last month away to Atlanta. And Tider drills it straight into the wall, and it's belted high on the volley from Edwards. And while we've got a moment, hey Galaxy fans, make sure you don't miss the first Cali Classico of the 2018 campaign. Be there to watch Zlatan, Leggett, Kamara, and the rest of the Galaxies. They faced off against the San Jose Earthquakes coming up this Friday night at 8 p.m. The first 12,500 fans in the StubHub Stadium will receive a one-of-a-kind Support Local Soccer scarf presented by Denny's. Make sure to get your tickets for this must-see matchup today. It's on the website. Head on over to lagalaxy.com/tickets. Michael Ciani sends it forward into the Montreal half, where it finds the head of Ola Kamara wide on this right-hand side. And here's Alessandrini. He's in behind Edwards. One man to beat, trying to cross him back up, and will opt for the support of Jonah Dos Santos. Central now for Sebastian Leggett, and there's about 10 behind it right now for Montreal. Trying to defend very much as a unit and looking vastly improved in that area. Jonah for Leggett, who's floated over wide on the right, just inside of Roman Alessandrini. Perry Kitchen now sending it back for Jorgen Schellbeck, who's really more of that ball-playing center half. Play will be slowed up now as both Raheem Edwards as well as Zlatan Ibrahimovic are down, and it's Ibra clutching his right foot. Looks to be perhaps a toe problem. Ibra very slow to get up. He's been exceptionally durable, playing about 75% of the minutes available to him since coming out and making his debut on March 31st as a sub against LAFC. He's got himself tangled up with the Montreal defenders, and a little bit of a slap in the back of the head from Ibrahimovic, who didn't take too kindly to seeing Petracho step on his right foot. Naughty from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who may have gotten away with that one. Anytime you reach out and strike an opponent's face, it's an automatic red card. And even though the referee didn't see this, this might come under disciplinary review. Surely it wasn't too intentional, but there was no doubt about the motive. So Zlatan takes the shot. He's still down. Petracho, the defender, who got the slap to the back of the head, he's just fine. But Zlatan in some visible discomfort here as we close in on the 40th minute. And while we've got a moment, you can join the Galaxy this summer in our youth soccer camps for all ages, skill levels, and positions. Camps are offered in various locations all around Southern California. For more info and registration, all you have to do is visit youth.lagalaxy.com. And this is what I was talking about. Ismail Elfath is going to take a look at this on VAR review, and I'm going to tell you, folks, Zlatan Ibrahimovic will be lucky to stay on the pitch. The step on his foot from Petracho, and it was the right hand of Zlatan who slaps the back of Petracho's head. And you may not want to hear it, but that's a red card every day of the week. And if Ibrahimovic is staying on this pitch, he will thank his lucky stars. So Elfath has reviewed it himself. He's going to take a look at it and perhaps exercise discretion. It will go to VAR review as Jorge Gonzalez in the MLS studios will take a closer look at this. Right now, it's going to be a yellow card issued And a red card for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Yep, he's done. 41st minute, Ibra suspended for the next match and will miss the rest of this one and will limp off to add insult to injury. The Galaxy down to 10 men on the road against Montreal. And that is a big, big blow. So straight red, a yellow card for Petraccio. And straight red for Zlatan Ibrahimovic, sent off for his first time in Major League Soccer, now on his 8th appearance since his move from Manchester United. And this is just, I hate to say it, a silly, silly challenge from Ibra, who knows better from these types of situations, because now it's out of the frying pan and into the fire. The Galaxy are going to have to adjust their tactical setup now and their game plan if they want to take anything positive in what indeed is a dire situation. Ibra in discomfort, comes off. He didn't like it. We're getting another look at it here from our vantage point, and it looked to be an unintentional step back on the foot of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who lifted his right hand and slapped the back of his head. And following the letter of the law, Ismail Elfath sending off Zlatan straight red, and that means Ibrahimovic will be unavailable for the Friday night visit of the San Jose Earthquakes. My, oh my. And a huge development in this one. Meanwhile, Krolicki goes right back to work as the Galaxy look to retool. They've got another corner kick to Montreal, and then Remy Gard now will be licking his chops, the Montreal manager, who didn't expect this. Up a man on his home ground, beleaguered and beset by a poor run of form and some porous defending. This could be what the doctor ordered now as Titer sends in a nice-looking corner to that near post, but good piece of defensive play from the Galaxy's Jurgen Schelbeck. And now a chance to counterattack is Roman Alessandrini, who's taken the captain's armband, trying to link up with Ola Kamara. And he's going to play more central now, will Ola Kamara, from his usual role out wide on the left. That's his natural position. And it may work out to his benefit, despite the Galaxy put into a disadvantage numerically. Chris Duval crosses into Galaxy territory. As the Galaxy now playing with 10 men, they will have to do so for the remainder of this match. "50 minutes, the Galaxy will have to go down to 10 men. Looks as though it's going to be a 4-4-1 setup for Ziggy Schmid. And it will be Alessandrini dropping over to that left-hand side. Clementa wide on the right. Ola Kamara will play as that lone striker. It's going to be tough going now for the Galaxy. Tough sledding, as they say. Is a long ball over the top from Montreal, and too much to ask of Alejandro Silva, who's wearing the number 9. It drifts over the end line, and so it will be a goal kick for David Bingham. The Galaxy will, well, no doubt, just want to get into halftime right now without conceding. As we get a good look here from our vantage point at a contemplative Remy Gard, trying to take advantage of this numerical advantage. We shall see. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a full recap of a busy weekend in Major League Soccer, and I'll take a closer look and break it all down in the first 45 minutes on match day 11 between LA and Montreal. It's all coming up here on Galaxy Radio at the break. So Bingham sends it away. 2 minutes of stoppage time will be added on. Nice control from Sebastian Lletget, flourishing in a wide roll here on this right-hand side as he's switched over. And you've seen Alessandrini switch over to the left for the time being. Jonah Dos Santos will drop a little deeper, I'm sure, alongside Perry Kitchen, with Sebastian Lletget more really accustomed and a natural fit in a wide position for Ziggy Schmid. This would be a great test of Ziggy's tactical acumen if he's going to take something positive out of here. Remember, LA have never won in 3 prior visits to Quebec. 46th minute, Duval back into his own half for Titer, who crosses the halfway line. is crossed forward now, deflected by Sebastian Lletget. Here's Ola Kamara wide to the left now for Roman Alessandrini, and it's a 3v5 as Montreal do well to track back and just squash any hopes of a counterattack from the Galaxy. Galaxy really needs some help in that speed and pace department. A team that has all too often looked mechanical and slow at times. In other moments, they've been absolutely fluid and silky smooth. Kind of a Jekyll and Hyde type of situation, if you will. Barry Kitchen now, and is trying to take a little bit of the sting here in the Galaxy. Can they just hold firm until the break with a long searching ball over the top, bouncing into the safe hands of Evan Bush. The out-and-out number one. Once again, Bush putting together 5 saves in that 2-0 loss at home 9 days ago to the Union of Philadelphia. So Duval now, Piet. One wonders how Montreal's going to alter their setup here with this numerical advantage. Looks as though that's going to do it. So 2 minutes of stoppage time is up, and really not a lot of chances between the Galaxy and Montreal. The big highlight, of course, seeing Zlatan Ibrahimovic given a straight red card for a slap in the head to the Montreal fullback Michael Petraccio, and that's going to make Ziggy Schmid and his Charges job really, really tough coming up here in the second half. So 45 minutes down, still a lot more time to go. Our halftime score reads Montreal 0, the Galaxy 0, here on Galaxy Radio. Stay with us.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation 92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo.
No. Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate less moments.
It has to be Shasta.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Señores, let's celebrate with a cold Modelo Especial. Those who remain true to their roots. Those who never forget their real friends, no matter how far they go in life. Let's celebrate the everyday rewards with Modelo. That Modelo Especial that remains true to its quality and taste since 1925. Modelo Especial. Serve responsibly. Modelo Especial beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal, your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, diehard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Get excited for pizza, Galaxy fans, because Papa John's has a Galaxy Game Day offer for you. All season long on every Galaxy Game Day, enjoy 50% off all pizzas at regular menu price using promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. That's right, 50% off all pizzas at regular menu price every Galaxy Game Day with promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. Shasta. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy. It has to be Shasta.
And we welcome you back. It's halftime at Saputo Stadium in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. The halftime report is brought to you by StubHub. Hey, fans, next time you want to grab Galaxy seats, make sure to get the StubHub app. Not only will you find seats you'll love whenever you want, you can also find the best seat for your buck when you sort by best value. So do yourself a favor and get the StubHub app today. Goalless between the Montreal Impact and the LA Galaxy. Statistically, not a lot in this one here. The Galaxy able to muster up a couple of shots on target, but nothing in terms of a clear-cut quality chance, really half chances at the best. Fortunately for them, just the one opportunity from Montreal have looked largely inept in front of goal and really haven't found that synchronization to trouble this Galaxy defense. If you want to take a positive spin on this first half, the Galaxy have not conceded. And remember, this is a team looking for just its third clean sheet in 12 tries. So a job well done in a back line that is missing the likes of Ashley Cole as well as Rolf Felcher, with two big changes in the debutant Emra Clementa as well as Dave Romney coming in as an altering role in those wide positions for the Galaxy amongst that back four. The big story, however, a silly, silly challenge, and even the brilliant people do silly things at times. Zlatan Ibrahimovic has his foot stepped on by Michael Petraccio, who gets a yellow card, and in retaliation, it's a slap to the back of the head of the Montreal defender, and Ismail Elfath sent it to video-assisted replay review, headed up by Jorge Gonzalez, and really, he's left with no option. Letter of the law says any visible motion or strike to the head is a straight red card. That's what it was. Zlatan goes off on the 41st minute. He's unavailable for the rest of this one. The Galaxy will be down to 10 men for the final 50 minutes of it and will not have Zlatan available for the game on Friday back at StubHub as they get set to take on the San Jose Earthquakes. So indeed, not exactly a pleasant situation for the Galaxy as they look for another win away from home and just their second maximum on their travels. The highlights have been a little sparse. A free kick opportunity for Zlatan was dealt with well by this Montreal wall, and the best opportunity for either team came midway through the first half when Zlatan Ibrahimovic was setting up Sebastian Lletget absolutely beautifully, but it's Lletget who blazes his outside of the box attempt over the bar as it's tipped by Evan Bush, and that's where we stand. So really not a lot to talk about in terms of attacking chances. I'm sure both Ziggy Schmid and his counterpart Remy Gard will want to really turn the screws and get things a little bit sharper going forward, because there is a large margin for improvement in this one. All right, we're just getting started here on Galaxy Radio. Our halftime show continues. Halftime in Montreal, Quebec. It reads Montreal 0, the Galaxy 0 here on Galaxy Radio.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation 92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo.
No. Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
Of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. Power up like a pro. Contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Find yourself headed to the pitch in a brand new Porsche Panamera. As the goals fly in for the LA Galaxy, Porsche Panameras will be flying out of San Manuel Casino every Thursday in April. Club Serrano members earn entries when you use your Club Serrano card. Play for a chance to drive home this sporty sedan. Get your Club Serrano card today. It's free, so sign up today and start earning entries for your chance to win one of 4 2018 Porsche Panameras. San Manuel Casino. All thrill. Details at sanmanuel.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed. And that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Get excited for pizza, Galaxy fans, because Papa John's has a Galaxy Game Day offer for you. All season long on every Galaxy Game Day, enjoy 50% off all pizzas at regular menu price using promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. That's right, 50% off all pizzas at regular menu price every Galaxy Game Day with promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
And we welcome you back to the Galaxy halftime show here on Galaxy Radio. And 45 minutes down, and not exactly auspicious from the Galaxy. Goalless against the Montreal Impact. The Galaxy, of course, going down to 10 men on the 41st minute on a silly red card from Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who was sent off for slapping the head of Montreal defender Michael Petraccio. That's where we stand. So I'm sure Ziggy Schmid right now trying to make some changes tactically, and perhaps we will see some changes in terms of substitutes and personnel. That remains to be seen. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy, with over 30 great flavors like grapefruit zazz, apple, Tiki Punch, Strawberry, and California Dream, and Shasta has a flavor for every Galaxy fan. This soccer season, it has to be Shasta. In terms of really the standout moment, it has to be the red card. The Galaxy having to really tool themselves and get their tactics straight after going down a man late on in the first half. They adjusted well with Kamara floating into that central role, which was occupied by Ibrahimovic in a 4-4-1 setup now, and Alessandrini drifting over to the left, Leggett coming out of central midfield and coming over to the right-hand side with Jonah Dos Santos slotting in more in an offensive role alongside Perry Kitchen. But it's going to take a big 10-man effort here, all hands on deck, so to speak, if they want to take something positive and perhaps even taller order than that, get their first ever win in Montreal. Indeed, that is a really, really tall order. I'm sure they would be happy with taking a share of the points, as they've only got a 4-day turnaround before a long cross-country flight home and getting set to take on the San Jose Earthquakes this coming Friday at 8 p.m. right down in Carson at the StubHub Center. But that's in the future. The future right now is the LA Galaxy trying to put aside a run of form that's seen them lose 4 consecutive, and they've conceded 9 goals in each of their last 3 games, all of which have been 3-2 defeats. And if there's a positive spin on that, well, it's the character of this Galaxy team. They've put themselves in tough situations, conceding the first goal 7 times in their first 10 games. In their first 11 games, rather. And although they fight themselves back, that character is going to be tested even more coming up here in the second half. We'll see what changes will be made if you're Montreal. Well, now some changes and perhaps licking their chops just a bit with that numerical advantage. It's an attack that really has been toothless, as they say. It hasn't bared much fruit, and attacking chances have been far and few between for Remy Gard and this Montreal Impact team, who, like the Galaxy, have only found the back of the net 14 times in their first 11 games. Room for improvement, but if there ever was a chance to record a home win for the Quebecois, as they say, well, that time would be right now. We shall see if they can do it. Time for us to take another quick break. When we return, we'll take a look and see how the Galaxy size up the second half. It's a monumental task ahead of them. The final 45, it's the Impact and the Galaxy. The second half coming up next, right here on Galaxy Radio. Don't go anywhere.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
What you doing, Dad?
Just adding to my Shasta Can Pyramid, son. A monument to the awesomest moments of my life. Here's the Tiki Punch from Summer Vacation 92. Oh, and the can of black cherry from the day you were born.
Can I help?
Sure, kiddo.
No. Oh, boy.
And these are the Shastas as the day we started rebuilding my Shasta Pyramid. Shasta, family trusted since 1889.
And there when you celebrate life's moments.
It has to be Shasta.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory-scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Señores, let's celebrate with a cold Modelo Especial. Those who remain true to their roots. Those who never forget their real friends, no matter how far they go in life. Let's celebrate the everyday rewards with Modelo. That Modelo Especial that remains true to its quality and taste since 1925. Modelo Especial. Serve responsibly. Modelo Especial beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, diehard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory-scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Get excited for pizza, Galaxy fans, because Papa John's has a Galaxy Game Day offer for you. All season long on every Galaxy Game Day, enjoy 50% off all pizzas at regular menu price using promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. That's right, 50% off all pizzas at regular menu price every Galaxy Game Day with promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. And Toyota. Let's go places.
And welcome back. The second half just underway in Montreal. Happy to have you along here at Galaxy Radio. I'm Christian Miles in the Galaxy, trying to make it mission impossible right now. Down to 10 men as Zlatan Ibrahimovic was sent off for a slap to the back of the head of Michael Petraccio. And the Galaxy down to 10 men and trying to fend off this Montreal attack that's been pretty toothless early on. As I mentioned at the halftime show, just one shot on target for the Quebec side, so some room for improvement for the Galaxy. They're going to have to be razor sharp in an area that's been really their Achilles heel so far this season, especially as of late. They've conceded 11 times in their last 4 games, haven't shown the understanding and solidity at the back, but that's going to have to be put aside. They've got to come together, band together, and really form somewhat of a formidable wall in front of that Montreal attack if they want to walk out of here with anything positive. As it slips right through, Alejandro Silva trying to slit his way right between David Romney as well as Jorgen Shelvek. It's come out for a corner kick, and it will be the 5th of the afternoon for the Canadians. So right off the bat, Montreal trying to take advantage. We'll see how they've altered their setup. It's the same setup and the same 10 that exited the pitch for the Galaxy. We'll talk about that in a moment. First things first, a right-footed delivery of Safir Taider right on the money, but headed away by Michael Siani. The Algerian gets it back, and Taider wide on this right-hand side, well into the Galaxy defensive third. It's worked up. It's Krolicki, and a big save, the first big save from David Bingham. He sends it wide of his near post, and had plenty of power that time from Krolicki, who was one of 3 changes for Remy Gard. He let it loose and let it rip. Good positioning from David Bingham, who didn't concede the rebound, did well to push it to the side. Nevertheless, another set-piece opportunity coming up now as it's delivered to the near post, and not the best of deliveries for Montreal. So the Galaxy have only conceded one time on corner kicks so far. Hold firm, 6 corners. Now for Montreal, just 3 for the LA Galaxy. So another shot on target. Just the second of the game for Montreal. We got a good shot of Remy Gard, who's really taking serious interest in how can he exploit his numerical advantage. He came out with a 4-3-3 setup. That's what they like to do, much in the tradition of Montreal soccer. They play attacking, and a chance to do so even more. Now with the extra man, we shall see. So Kamara playing in that lone striker role up top. Alessandrini wide on the left, Leggett wide on the right. Kitchen and Jonah Dos Santos in central roles in midfield. The left back David Romney trying to close down Alejandro Silva. The movement of Krolicki problematic right now. Krolicki, though, gets a little too cute. No one within 5 yards, and he dribbles past the end line. Folks, that is just not good enough. At the professional level, that should never happen. And Montreal give it away charitably as LA say thank you very much. No subs for the Montreal Impact at halftime. Interesting face on the Montreal bench. Clement Diop, who was jettisoned during this past offseason over the winter by the Galaxy, now picked up, and he is the number 2 behind Montreal's Evan Bush in goal. So good to see Clement landed another MLS club, despite his travails with the LA Galaxy over the years. So the Galaxy now playing to 10 men, as we mentioned. Montreal in possession, wide on the left-hand side for Chris Duval, who's come in for the suspended Daniel Lovitz. The Galaxy trying to play the outside trap, and that one led a little bit too far for Raheem Edwards. He's been one of the more dangerous players, along with Nacho Piatti, who was really asking the questions in about the first 15 minutes of the first half. But after that, it really wasn't much coming from the Montreal trio of attackers. I'm sure that's something they'll want to alleviate. Remember, the Canadians have lost 6 of their last 7, finding themselves second to last place in the Eastern Conference. A win, however, could see them overtake Toronto and Chicago and move as high as the 8th position, just behind the Union, which dealt them that 2-0 loss 9 days ago here at the Saputo. So Piatti loses it. Alessandrini claims it on the left-hand side, turns his head down and hits a blind ball way too far forward for Ola Kamara, and I think that's really emblematic of the Galaxy problems. That cohesion and that link between the midfield and the attack has just been lacking throughout most of the season. Plenty of time for it to improve, however. Now, Tider trying to send it through. Piatti finds that pocket. Good defending that time. 1v1 in that duel. Won by Jorgen Schelbeck, who locates Alessandrini, who romps into the Montreal half, takes on a duo of defenders. Alessandrini skins Piet. He's done really well. Alessandrini may let it rip. He does. It's blocked. Takes a deflection past the end line, and the Galaxy will have corner number 4. Good play from Roman Alessandrini. Just trying to find that same form that he had last year. And perhaps the exclusion of Zlatan Ibrahimovic may change things and the role that Alessandrini will play, even more so than just the change of position, moving from right to left. We'll see. Here's Sebastian Leggett now with this right foot, 53rd minute, to deliver the front corner kick. Sends in a pretty good one. It's knocked down by the Galaxy, but no one able to latch onto that second ball. Jonah Dos Santos keeps possession alive, wide on the right now for Roman Alessandrini, trying to drop that shoulder past Silva. He did well in the end, but Piet in support wins it back for Montreal. Good spell for about the space of 2 to 3 minutes from LA. But they've got a huge space and hole on this left-hand side as Krolicki running straight at David Romney. And Krolicki trying to link up with Nacho Piatti to no avail, so a throw-in now for Montreal. So Tider lays it down the left-hand side. Plenty of space for Duval. Galaxy really packing the box. Piatti heavy on that first touch just inside the penalty area. Couldn't quite control it. That's where they've got to be better. The first touch has really looked rough here. Perhaps that 9-day layoff not working to either team's advantage. Duval, meanwhile, has found some space. Gets the cross in, trying to pick out Silva. And dispatched by Jorgen Skjelvik. Here's his countryman. Ola Kamara does well to ward off Marco Donadel. Couldn't quite bring it in, though, however. So Tider restores possession. They go down the left-hand side for Chris Duval. And the Americans here, and it's Piatti trying to work his way past Ciani, who once again won his individual duels. That's something Ziggy Schmid alluded to during the build-up this week, as it's volleyed in by Krolicki. Diving save from David Bingham. And the Galaxy perhaps riding a bit of good fortune, but the reactions of David Bingham saving the day. Another big save from the Galaxy goalkeeper. Wave after wave, it opens up. Edwards, and the save once again by David Bingham, tipping it over the crossbar. Here come Montreal, and what a spell the Canadians are having. Continued pressure as Piatti beats Clemente to the byline and sends it over for Silva, whose volley is tipped aside by Bingham. And then on the ensuing attempt, just outside the box, it was Edwards firing with that left foot and sent away by the Galaxy keeper. Another volley with blistering pace, just peppering the Galaxy goal, but it's off the target from Safir Tider. What a spell. And they are dodging bullet after bullet right now, the Galaxy. They've got to regroup and get set. So Tider, who let it lace to leather on that one, couldn't quite connect and hit the target. It's getting better for Montreal and worse for the Galaxy, who've got to tidy it up at the back. Long goal kick from Bingham, controlled by Donadel, to send it back to his keeper. Right now, Evan Bush, who hasn't had a lot to do, in all honesty. Just one save so far. That from Sebastian Lletget. And speaking of, it's Lletget who pops up at midfield, wins it back, crosses the halfway line, sends a chip over the top on the right, but unfortunately Emre Clemente wasn't there to arrive in time, as it's claimed by the Montreal defense. The Galaxy on the back foot right now, 10 minutes into half number 2. Looking for a third draw in Montreal in 4 visits. Here's Piatti, though, who drifted between the lines in central role. He locates Duval, shores things up at left back. Floating over to that left-hand side is Safir Tider, still with that 4-3-3 setup, so no adjustment in tactic. Piatti slips past one on the edge of the box, and it's Piatti who did well to free himself up. It was a quick turn from the Argentine, but he sent his attempt well high of the crossbar. Danger lurking, however, and they're getting more and more comfortable in front of the Galaxy goal, specifically inside the penalty box. Corner number 7 for the Montreal Impact. The Galaxy playing with 10 men. Petracho sends it forward. Romney gets a foot in before Lletget sends it away to safety. Ola Kamara. And this is where possession really is huge for the Galaxy, as Alessandrini sends it forward. Silva, though, beating Kamara to it down the left-hand side. If they're going to score one, the Galaxy, they've got to be quick on the counter. Here's Ignacio Piatti, Nacho as they call him, trying to push it forward. Petracho's onside, the right back crosses in front, and Skjelvik did the smart thing and just stuck his big left foot out front to send it over the end line. Another corner coming up as they begin to really pile up for the hosts. Victoria Day in Canada, a national holiday. Fans really drinking it in. A beautiful afternoon in Quebec. It's 75 degrees at kickoff. Clear skies. Make it corner number 9, and this one drifts in over everybody. The Galaxy do well. Not the best of deliveries. And the Galaxy, despite that flurry for about 5 minutes, spared by the ineptitude in front of goal from the Montreal Impact. Team that scored 14 times, as I mentioned, but found the back of the net on 52 occasions last year. Held goalless coming into today. 212 minutes, and you throw another hour on that. It's not looking good. They haven't failed to find the back. Last time they failed to find the back of the net in 3 consecutive games, it was 2 years ago in a 3-game stretch in October of 2016. So far, so good for the Galaxy in search of their 3rd clean sheet, but it's Piatti trying to put an end to that. Closed down by Kitchen. It may drop for Safir Titer. He's in a tight situation. Central now from about 30 yards away, and it's Silva who perhaps prematurely pulls the trigger, but Montreal able to get it back off the deflection from Siani. And it's David Romney who does well to stand up. Raheem Edwards. The Galaxy defending very deep right now on the hour mark. Chris Duval arrives on the left-hand side. He has support from Titer. Crosses in, trying to pick out that far corner, somewhere between a cross and a shot, and that will work out to the Galaxy's advantage. A goal kick for David Bingham, who's in no big hurry, and Bingham having some words and a conversation with David Romney. LA trying to sort themselves out at the back right now. It's looked largely disorganized here in the second half, but what do you expect when you're down a man? Montreal with more than enough motivation. Team that's lost 6 of their last 7 games. Just their 5th home game of the campaign. And able to get possession back. Silva, who's dropped to center field. He's done brilliantly to work his way around Romney, who uses physical prowess to his advantage to get it back, but possession too short-lived as Donadell puts an end to that. Good to see Donadell back on the pitch after an ankle problem, as injuries had beset Montreal early on in the season. So without Kyle Fisher as well as Zakaria Diallo. So Donadell left to play a more defensive role in the heart of that Montreal back four than his usual accustomed role in defensive midfield. And now we're gone. Montreal 0, LA 0. The Galaxy playing down to 10 men to the expulsion of Zlatan Ibrahimovic on the 41st minute for a silly slap to the back of the head of Michael Petraccio. Ibrahimovic dealt straight red, will miss the Friday game against the San Jose Earthquakes. The Galaxy really head into a busy stretch. As Piatti sends it forward. More on that later, and Piatti goes down. It was really a slight challenge from Clemente. He hit the ground too early, the Argentine, to warrant any justification for a penalty call from referee Ismail Elfath. Lovely turn, meanwhile, at center field from Roman Alessandrini, who appears to be flourishing with more space to run in his Galaxy attack. Here's Leggett, who shores things up in a right wing role. He has the support of Jonah Dos Santos, who could stroke it around with the best of them. Leggett now as Montreal gets set to contemplate some changes. But Montreal able to get it back after the San Jose game on Friday. Next Wednesday, it'll be the second game of the season as the Galaxy look to exact their revenge against FC Dallas. That one at the StubHub Center. And then rounding out the pre-World Cup schedule with a June 2nd trip to Portland before wrapping up on June 9th at home to Real Salt Lake. So 4 games in the space of 2 weeks. Suspensions will take a toll, but the good news is that Ashley Cole will be back this weekend on Friday for the San Jose game. Rolf Felcher continues to get better by the day, and perhaps Gio Dos Santos, who's expected to play, will be back into the picture for Ziggy Schmid. And it may be Jonah as well as Gio's last game for the Galaxy for about a month, as they could be heading to Russia for the World Cup. We shall see what Juan Carlos Osorio decides, but it's Alessandrini leaves it off for Clemente. He's got a chance to score on his debut, but it's Piet who puts an end to that. A deflected shot for Emre Clemente, who tried to take advantage of some very poor defending by Montreal. Meanwhile, it's opened up at the other end, and here comes Piatti. Drops that right shoulder. He's got Silva, but fires into the back of David Romney. Disaster averted for the time being, and it'll drift out for a Montreal throw. End-to-end stuffed, and while we got a moment, fans are always encouraged to arrive early, avoid the headaches of traffic, and hop on board the Galaxy Express powered by Long Beach Transit. The Galaxy Express offers free shuttles to and from StubHub for all LA Galaxy home games. For more info, visit lagalaxy.com/shuttle. Great way to get around. So the first change of the afternoon, and it will be the sub this time by Montreal, and they are going to bring on their striker Anthony Jackson Hamel. 24-year-old Canadian will replace Chris Duval. This is a tactical switch. Interesting move here. Duval goes off. And a double change right now. We'll see Emma Boateng come on for the Galaxy along with Chris Pontius. Tough to see who's sacrificed for the Galaxy. It looks to be Sebastian Lletget and Roman Alessandrini who come off. Interesting move here by Ziggy Schmid. And Alessandrini just really upset right now. Wanted to stay on, and the frustration continues for the Frenchman. So we'll see how Boateng and Pontius will affect things for the Galaxy. No doubt it will be Jackson who will take up a role in the attack. Jackson Hamel already with 4 goals on the campaign. And another corner coming up now, the 10th for Montreal. Silva delivers, and the Galaxy do well to mark up. Safir Taider. Up and over the top in the passing. It's indicative because that long diagonal ball sent to the corner well over the head of Alejandro Silva. They are anything but sharp. Just not finding the connection. No cohesion in that attacking third. So Boateng on for Alessandrini. He'll take up a roll wide on the left-hand side, will Emma, who's been positive as of late. You may remember he got that big goal last week in the 83rd minute against FC Dallas, his first of the season. And Pontius coming on for Sebastian Lletget. So back for Jurgen Schoeck, the Galaxy playing down to 10 men as Ibrahimovic sent off with straight red. They've got the goal kick wide on the right. Can't keep it in. They do. Montreal reclaim now. Taider with his head up, running straight at this Galaxy defense. A backtracking Perry Kitchen gets there in time. Good defending from the Galaxy as a team unit. Able to snuff it out. It's going to be built upon desire and grit. If LA are going to take something positive out of this one. But hey, don't bet against this team because time in and time out, they've risen to the fore. Their character in terms of that has been exemplary. They've been so good at fighting out of difficult situations before just shooting themselves in the foot, to be quite frank. Clemente skinned, leaves it out in front. The Galaxy at 6s and 7s, as they say, but it falls to the feet of Michael Ciani. Emre Clemente was victimized that time by Raheem Edwards, who's had himself quite a day in those wide rolls, whether it be on the left-hand side or the right-hand side for the impact. Just nutmegging Emre Clemente. Welcome to Major League Soccer. So we'll see what's in the offing here. Raheem Edwards, along with Piatti, far and away the two most dangerous players for Montreal. The Galaxy are halfway through the second half. They're nearly there, but it's going to be a yellow card from referee Ismail Elfaf. There's a reckless challenge from Donadel. Just left a leg in on Chris Pontius. Donadel becomes the second Montreal player booked, along with Petrasso. Or rather, Petrasso. So Michael Petrasso and Marco Donadel cautioned for Montreal, along with the disciplinary problems for Ibrahimovic. Lletget and Ciani dealt yellow. A great free kick opportunity. Here's Jonah standing over it. sends one in right to the edge of the 6-yard box, and Montreal do enough. Boateng quick to it first. He's fouled by Silva, can't keep it in. Referee swallows the whistle. Montreal quickly on the throw-in. Question was it a foul throw from Alejandro Silva? Looking at Ziggy Schmid, he looks to be a figure of frustration right now. But we've seen that look on his face throughout most of the campaign. So it was a foul throw. Interesting move as Romney gets the throw deep into Montreal territory, leaves it off for Shelbeck. European setup at the back for Michael Ciani. And those of you know, it's the most expensive back line in Major League Soccer. Here's Boateng, good cross from work, great header, that time in from Ola Kamara, who made that run to the near post. Great striking instincts from the Norwegian, who nearly had his 4th goal in as many games. But superb cross in from Emma Boateng, who does well to stretch. It was really at an awkward height, and it looked as though from a second appearance that it was just off the waist or midsection from Ola Kamara. Evan Bush manages to thwart it away. Just his 2nd save of the afternoon. The Galaxy with corner number 5 coming up. Wow, what a great chance, and that really could have been huge for the Galaxy. Emma Boateng has had a positive impact. Some of his best performances this season have come off the bench. We saw it last week when he came in as a substitute. Emma Boateng on the 76th minute, replacing Chris Pontius 7 minutes later, getting his first goal of the season. So Pontius dropping into central role. A little bit more advanced just behind Ola Kamara. A 4-4-1 setup now for LA against this 4-3-3 of Montreal. Have really yet to show their best despite a great spell at the beginning of the second half. They'll leave it off now. Krolicki sends it up. The volley touched high over the top for Edwards. 1v1 against Clementa just inside the penalty area. Stop and go out in front. Great piece of individual defending from Shelbeck. They're not out of the woods. My goodness. Montreal just bearing down without mercy. The volley from Donadel is blocked. Piet now as they continue wave after wave. This is tighter, just on the edge of the Galaxy box. 20 minutes to go. It's an eternity for these Galaxy defenders. And it's careless from Nacho Piatti. You don't see that out of him too often. Ola Kamara says thank you very much. Goes down at midfield inside the center circle. And he'll get himself a free kick. That'll tick off valuable seconds for the LA Galaxy, as the foul will result in a booking for Yuka Raitala. Came in against his old Columbus Crew teammate. Those two, of course, together in Columbus last year. Raitala being asked to perform in a central role despite his more familiar spot in a fullback position. So they've gone with 3 at the back. Montreal committing numbers to the attack. Anything less than a victory would be a failure for Montreal right now, considering the situation. Well, we've got a moment. Galaxy Summer of Soccer plans are now available, beginning as low as $81 per plan. Fans can purchase tickets to International Champions Cup matches at the Rose Bowl, in addition to discounted tickets to 2 or more LA Galaxy regular season summer matches, as Emma Boateng finds his way into the box. Boateng with the head up, good cross out in front, and the Galaxy nearly poached one, but Evan Bush able to pluck it. But once again, positive play from the Galaxy. If not for Bush, Pontius was making that run in and could have headed them out in front. But at the other end, here come Montreal. Piatti plays it in. Great opportunity for the impact, and they cash in on the 73rd minute, hitting against LA on the counterattack. Remy Gard and company finally strike first. It's Montreal 1, the LA Galaxy 0. Or is it? Another look, and the referee's assistant is going to adjudge this for being offside, and you got to give a tip of the hat to the near side referee assistant Joe Fletcher, as it was the substitute Anthony Jackson Hamill in the offside position. Goal will be disallowed. A job well done to the referees who, when they get it right, don't get enough credit. So Ismail Elfath is conferring with Jorge Gonzalez up in the VAR replay booth, but the decision upheld, so the Galaxy dodge a massive bullet, folks. Massive, I'm telling you. That could have been curtains, but a lifeline. So the disallowed goal from Anthony Jackson Hamill, keeping the Galaxy in this. Still goalless on the 74th. Krolicki now for Donadell as Montreal begin to set up camp in the Galaxy half. Silva for Piatti. Number 10 just hasn't hit the right notes, Piatti, but trying to acclimate himself in to interesting situations. Donadell comes forward now. Silva wide on the right-hand side. Everyone into the action now for Montreal. Donadell, the Galaxy just packing the penalty area. Donadell fires and sends that one high. And Galaxy, well, the Summer of Soccer plans are now available, beginning as low as $81 per plan. Fans could purchase their tickets to International Champions Cup matches at the Rose Bowl, in addition to discounted tickets to 2 or more Galaxy season summer games. Those from the regular season matches. Now, fans who purchase by May 29th will receive complimentary tickets to LA Galaxy's match on May 30th against FC Dallas. That one at StubHub Center. All you have to do is visit lagalaxy.com/Summer of Soccer for more information. Second substitution. Vargas has come on. We'll keep you apprised as to who came off. And it's Ola Kamara who's in. Ola Kamara scored for the Galaxy. Against the run of play, Ola Kamara has snuck in and does what he does best. It's a career-high run for Ola Kamara, who can do no wrong. The Galaxy won, Montreal 0. Boateng wins the header, setting Kamara on his way. He gets goal side of the slower Marco Donadell. Expert finishing from the Norwegian. That's why he was given the big money. That's why he was given a contract extension, and Ola Kamara repays them in kind. A huge strike, his 5th goal of the season. The assist from Boateng. And the Galaxy down to 10 men, doing the incredible from Ola Kamara, who continues to be absolutely superb, scoring a goal in each of the last 4 games. And now it's batten down the hatches time for the Galaxy. Krolicki's cross immediately at the other end as it sails past everybody. My goodness. Don't look now, but the Galaxy right back in it just when you count them out. I tell you, this team's character cannot be understated. Against all odds, down to 10 men for the last half an hour or so. The Galaxy have taken the lead away from home, where Montreal had been miserable. Up and over the top, Romney heads it away outside the box, and it'll drop wide for Petrasso. And Petrasso's cross, good-looking cross it was. Clementa took no chances and did the smart thing and headed it clear. Ola Kamara continues to scorch the nets. He's taken the armband from Alessandrini, who took it earlier from Ibrahimovic, and he's going to come back and do the dirty work defensively on yet another corner kick as he moved to number 11 for the impact. Belted in, and Kamara heads it away. He can do everything. The volley straight in through a sea and a maze of players. It ricochets wide. Did it come off the Galaxy? Yes. So corner number 12. Make it an even dozen for the men from Montreal. Vargas to stand over it now, the substitute who came on moments ago. And the right-footed delivery once again headed clear by the Norwegian striker. Ola Kamara sits up on the volley straight into the gloves. It is belted with ferocity. Good save once again from David Bingham, who's made 3 big ones here in the second half. What a spell, what a response from Montreal, who are aggravated. It was hit from outside the box. Remember, the Impact had not scored in their last 2 games. This would be their 3rd consecutive, their worst stretch, if they don't score a goal in this game in 3 years. Or make it 2 years. Still plenty of time to rectify matters, however. So Donadell now in control. They've bossed possession here, as you would expect, with that numerical advantage. Here's Pietz. The Galaxy set it up now, 9 behind it, with Kamara up there on his own. And once again, it's ill-measured, asking too much of the wingers from Montreal as it trickles over the byline. A goal kick for David Bingham. He was only too happy to see that one go out of play. While we've got a moment, fans, would you like the opportunity to work for the StubHub Center located in Carson? You could have the chance to work LA Galaxy games, Chargers games, and other exciting events this year. Come to StubHub Center for Job Fair Friday, coming up on June 1st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., and you can get a job right on the spot. Over 300 positions are available in security, guest services, concessions, and much, much more. For more info, visit www.stubhubcenter.com. Be sure to bring legal right-to-work documents. Well, fast and furious action now. Boateng upended at the other end. Here come Montreal once again. No rest for the weary. Barely time to squeeze in these promos. Got to do the business, however. Tighter with space just in front of that back 4. Locates Krolicki. Flag is down. Krolicki's cross to almost overhit Alessandro for Piatti. And his volley sails high. I tell you what, Piatti has not had his shooting boots on tonight, and it's not the best of days for the Argentine. He's had several chances, and he just hasn't taken them. There's a great header down from Tighter off the cross from Krolicki. Looked to have overhit it, and it sat up on the volley for Ignacio Piatti, who just slices his left foot through it and well high on the bar. Piatti knows he's done wrong. You don't see that too often from him. 5 goals, 7th in the league, and there's some glum faces on the Montreal bench right now. If they lose this, a lot of questions are going to be asked, and you got to say, the pressure will really begin to mount on Remy Gade. They expect more in Quebec. Here's Petrasso, meanwhile, into that Galaxy defensive third. Locates Krolicki, who's been a spark plug here in the second half. Takes that ball from Tighter. Krolicki with space just in front of David Romney. Tighter with the chip to the far post, and no one arriving for Montreal as it's chased down by David Bingham. So the goal officially credited to Ola Kamara on the 75th minute. Ola to the rescue. The assist from Emma Boateng, the smallest man on the pitch, winning the header and setting the Norwegian on his way. He came in that big trade to Columbus in the offseason for Gyasi Zardes and subsequently given a 3-year extension. It may pay off now as it's chipped by Vargas well high. And it comes out once again for another Galaxy goal kick. I guess blunt is the way to describe Montreal in front of goal right now. And Jason Vargas, who's scored 3 times already, can't find the back of the net. Tough going for the Chilean. Galaxy keep possession now behind the goal scorer, Kamara. He does it all. Walking the tightrope on that near side, Ola Kamara plays it middle now. Chris Pontius, the substitute. Good interplay between he and Boateng. But Montreal able to break it up. Play is stretched right now as Clementa giving chase on the right. Goes out of play at a Galaxy throw coming up. Content to watch those precious seconds just tick off the Galaxy. Four shots on target for Montreal. And they'll really be disappointed with that because it's equal to the Galaxy, despite the numerical advantage for the Canadians. Here's Vargas operating wide on this right-hand side. Had some joy in the flanks, as I have a lot of teams against the Galaxy. Petrasso getting very comfortable in the attacking half from his right back position, supported by Donadell. And it drops to the feet of Sammy Piette, the 23-year-old Canada international. Wide on the left-hand side, Edwards drops that shoulder, blows right past Pontius. Good-looking approach play from Raheem Edwards, but his cross is just snuffed out and picked away by David Bingham. The fans at Saputo Stadium drawing restless. The World Cup draws near, but victories don't. The Galaxy are trying to become the third team to win at Saputo this year. And remember, it was Philadelphia and LAFC who've taken maximum points out of Quebec. And a win for the Galaxy would do them a world of good, as they can move level with Minnesota and Real Salt Lake and draw within 2 points of that final playoff spot, which is currently occupied by 6th place Houston. Here come Montreal, though. Still a lot of unfinished business in Montreal. Petrasso locates the substitute Vargas. Are Montreal out of ideas is the question. Tighter crosses in, the flick on. Edwards arrived, took a deflection off the head in the center, and Edwards couldn't react in time to steer it on target, and once again fails to find the mark. A spell of possession. It's just narrowly edged right now, surprisingly, by Montreal. The Galaxy trying to ride it out, looking for victory number 4, trying to halt that 4-game losing streak. Lost 5 of their last 6. The only win since that miraculous comeback victory against LAFC came at the expense of the Chicago Fire in Chicago 5 weeks ago. This would be huge. This would be massive if they could pull it off and just lift their confidence. Petrasso wide on the right, and here comes Montreal. Good-looking play from the fullback, but the cross, not pretty, but it's kept in play by the energetic and industrious Edwards, who finds his way to the string puller Piatti. And it's little Sammy Piette. He's the brawn of that midfield. Good ball in, and little Krolicki couldn't rise. Ken Krolicki, the Japanese-born midfielder who made that run just in front of Bingham, trying to flick it in tricky fashion just on the edge of the 6-yard box and over the head of the Galaxy keeper. That's not going to fool David Bingham. Remember, the Galaxy playing with 10 men, as they have for the past 45 minutes, since Zlatan was sent off 4 minutes before halftime for that slap in the back of the head of Mike Petrasso. The Galaxy, by the way, that goal, just the 15th of the season so far. That in 12 games. Up and over now, and make it 11 games. Match day 12 here for the Montreal Impact. The touch from Tider. Just in front of Jonah Dos Santos, that double pivot. Kitchen lets it go, and it's Vargas who fires well high. That's a real half chance. It's a pot shot, if you want to call it that. It's got to be better for Montreal if they're going to break down this really resilient Galaxy defense, who are just 3 minutes and some change away from recording their 3rd shutout of the season. Galaxy fans, don't miss the first Cali Classico of 2018. Be there to watch Zlatan, Leggett, Kamara. You can scratch Zlatan from that, as well as the rest of the Galaxy as they face off against Western Conference rivals San Jose, coming up this Friday night at 8 p.m. right here at StubHub Center. The first 12,500 fans at the stadium will receive a one-of-a-kind Support Local Soccer scarf presented by Denny's. Make sure to get your tickets for this must-see matchup today at lagalaxy.com/tickets. Tighter. Once again, Montreal in possession. And they give it away cheaply, uninspired. It's flat right now. Montreal, have they given their best punch? They're running out of ideas. The Galaxy packing that box, all 10 behind it at this point. No one inside the Montreal half, including Ola Kamara. This is going to be huge for the Galaxy. You don't want to count your chickens, though. They've squandered it at the 11th hour, so to speak, on many occasions. We saw it against Houston. We saw it late on, of course, or at least in the second half against FC Dallas. And, of course, an unmistakable loss at home to the New York Red Bulls. But it's Tider who belts one straight into the Galaxy back four. They keep possession as it's headed clear of the penalty box. Brought down by the Algerian Tider, who locates the Italian Marco Donadel. He formerly of Fiorentina of the Italian Serie A. Up and over the top, Michael Ciani with a terrible misjudgment of the header as it drifts over the byline. Did Ciani get a touch? He's saying, hey, I didn't get a touch even though I tried, and it's going to be a corner kick. And the words mouthed from the French defender says, hey, I promise I didn't head it. It's going to fall upon the deaf ears of Ismail Elfath. Very often do you see a player kind of advocating his own ineptitude like Michael Ciani. Funny moment, despite the situation. It could haunt the Galaxy. Bingham punches clear on the edge of the D. They let it run now. Raitala's come forward from center back. Locates Marco Donadel, is continuing to pull the strings. Here's the Finn Raitala up and over the top. This time, no doubt about it, safely into the hands of David Bingham, who goes to ground and covers up. Minutes away. Final minute plus added on time. And tough to see how much stoppage time is going to be added on here by Ismail Elfath. What a day. Remember, it's Victoria Day, a national holiday in Montreal and throughout Canada. Can the Impact muster up something positive and spoil the party for the Galaxy? An upset in the making, you'd have to say. Petrasso's wide, closed down by Boateng. Acres of space for Sami Piet, who just launches one into the penalty area, and it sails over everybody. I tell you what, Montreal have a lot of work to do on the training ground this week. It has not been sharp. Their passing has been anything but precise, and they're going to have to deal with another defender in the area. Is Thomas Hilliard-Arce. A Galaxy defender will come on for his second appearance of the season, replacing Ola Kamara. I tell you what, if this was at the StubHub Center, it would get a standing ovation. He has been brilliant as of late. So he's off. Final switch made from the Galaxy after the double change earlier, which saw Boateng and Pontius come on. Hilliard-Arce trying to lock things up at the back. He's a big, strong kid from Stanford who plays in a central role. And he'll just plant himself inside the penalty area and hoof balls away. Second minute of stoppage time. 3 minutes added on. And here we go. They're nearly there as Donadel crosses the halfway line. Montreal. Is there a moment of inspiration here for the Quebec team? Sends it forward for Jackson. Leaves it back now for Krolicki, who couldn't control it off his head as it's chased down by Pontius into the corner. And it'll come out for a David Bingham goal kick. Spirits down, you'd have to say, from Montreal, who could lose their third on the spin, and they're 7 in 8. And we get a picture of Remy Gard, the Montreal head coach. He is not pleased. No doubt perhaps a trip upstairs to talk with the management and the front office maybe transpiring here as Montreal gets set for the Saturday trip away to Minnesota, just over the border before returning home to take on Houston, and a trip against FC Dallas to close out the pre-World Cup festivities before MLS takes its 2-week break. Final minutes, the Galaxy looking for victory number 4 this season. 30 seconds to go. Down to 10 men against all the odds. This is going to be fairy tale, and I guess you'd have to say, considering the situation, gravy. Because it did not look good, folks. Here's Donadell. Belts one into the center now. Shelbeck can't control. Hamill trying to work his way around him. Jackson Hamill chases it down on Montreal's behalf. 3 minutes is up. Donadell still in possession. Krolicki operating on the edge of the box here. Remember, it's just at least 3 minutes. It's up to the referee. Krolicki's cross. It's a good one, too. Off the head of Siani. He used his big, strong French frame to get to it. It may sit up now as it's belted high and wide. Scary, scary moments. Hearts aflutter, and victory belongs to the LA Galaxy. It's full time at Saputo Stadium against all the odds. The Galaxy, for just the third time this season, get the clean sheet, take all the points, and make a little history in the process. It's their first ever win against Montreal in 4 visits, and the goal and the hero, once again, it's Ola Kamara, who came up trumps on the 75th minute against the run of play on the counterattack, and the Norwegian delivers all 3 points for LA. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a very, very happy plane ride home back to LA ahead of that big clash against San Jose. And a big tip of the hat to the LA Galaxy, whose character has never been in doubt. The perhaps moments of decision and lapses in concentration have, but no breakdown, no letdown today as they ride it out and get set for a short turnaround, doing all of this down a man for 50 minutes. Just an incredible result. So it's full time here at Saputo Stadium in Quebec. It's the LA Galaxy 1, the Montreal Impact 0. Keep it right here on Galaxy Radio. Plenty to unpack after this one. We're coming back right after this. Stay with us.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. Start at StubHub and let the fun find you. And Toyota. Let's go places.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Señores, let's celebrate with a cold Modelo Especial. Those who believe there are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Those who follow their passion and inspire others to do the same. Let's celebrate the everyday rewards with a Modelo. That Modelo Especial that remains true to its quality and taste since 1925. Modelo Especial. Discover the Especial. Serve responsibly. Modelo Especial beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up life like a pro. Contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Hey, Galaxy fans, 2 pizzas are better than 1. That's why Papa John's is offering you 2 large one-topping pizzas for only $7.77 each. That's 2 large Papa John's pizzas loaded with quality and topped with your favorite topping for only $7.77 each. Order online at papajohns.com or walk into your local Papa John's today. We're locally owned and operated. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Limited time offer. Prices and participation may vary. Not valid with all discounts. Additional toppings, taxes, and fees extra.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
A happy Victoria Day, but for the wrong team. It's the American side that wins out on the Canadian national holiday. The LA Galaxy getting a 75th minute strike from Ola Kamara, 1-0 against the Montreal Impact, and as a result get their first ever win in Montreal in their club's history. And what a performance it was, because you look back on this and it came on a 41st minute sending off straight red card for Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and you'd have to say this team did not miss a beat without him. Ola Kamara reverting to his more natural role up top. He flourishes and set loose on a goal on a counterattack, and as a result, he becomes our man of the match, which is brought to you by Herbalife. Herbalife, nutrition for a better life. The Norwegian on a career-high run right now. 1 goal in each of the last 4 games. He's been a shining light, playing out of position on the left-hand side. Gets a chance to play the last 50 minutes in his more natural number 9 center forward role, and it pays off in huge sum right now. The Galaxy getting a win when all looked dire, all looked lost, out of sorts to start this one with some discombobulated defending. But hey, 3 points is 3 points, and Ola Kamara, a deserved man-of-the-match performer as the Galaxy stop that losing slide after 4 consecutive losses on the spin. They get their first win since early April in that 1-0 triumph away to Chicago. So a tip of the hat to Ola Kamara, and hey, you've got to say a tip of the hat to Ziggy Schmid, who stuck to his game plan, got the tactics right, and took advantage of a Montreal team that offered very, very little in front of goal. We'll talk about all those stats a little bit later here, but all credit due to this back four and David Bingham, who made some big saves and a little bit of help from the referee's assistant that saw that disallowed goal from the Montreal substitute, Anthony Jackson-Hamill, which turned out to be the right call, by the way. It went to review, disallowed. Montreal couldn't capitalize, but shortly thereafter, it was Ola Kamara who could. So the Montreal Impact now, as a result, have lost 7 of their last 8, but it's happy times for the Galaxy, and ahead of a trip and just 4 days turnaround against the San Jose Earthquakes. This is exactly the perfect tonic that Ziggy Schmid could ask for. And now the test remains coming up. Can they make it back-to-back wins for the first time this season? Well, that will remain to be seen, as they will have a day out for travel and, of course, regroup on Wednesday with just 2 days to prepare for that game against the Quakes. But the job is done, and really you'd have to say the cohesion at the back and the Galaxy sitting back, and that really suited their strengths. If you said that to me at the beginning of the day, I would have laughed you off, because defending has been awful as of late. 11 goals allowed in their previous 4 games, 3 in the previous 3 in those 3 consecutive 3-2 defeats, but they showed cohesion. Oh, sure, they had their moments of fragility, and they showed some vulnerability. But in the end, they managed to hold together, keep their shape, and a little help there from Perry Kitchen and Sebastian Lletget, who came on with a strong performance in the center of the park before resulting in a wide roll. But the defense comes together, and they show that cohesion, that ability to ward off the defense, pack that penalty area, and made it so difficult. Montreal just could not find their way through. All right. Montreal lose out 1-0 against the LA Galaxy. Keep it right here. We're going to take a look ahead to San Jose and get the final thoughts on this one. Once again, full time. LA 1, Montreal 0. We're back with more right here on Galaxy Radio.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. The power drive like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory-scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Señores, let's celebrate with a cold Modelo Especial. Those who believe there are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Those who follow their passion and inspire others to do the same. Let's celebrate the everyday rewards with a Modelo. That Modelo Especial that remains true to its quality and taste since 1925. Modelo Especial. Discover the Especial. Serve responsibly. Modelo Especial beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory-scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, Galaxy fans, 2 pizzas are better than 1. That's why Papa John's is offering you 2 large one-topping pizzas for only $7.77 each. That's 2 large Papa John's pizzas loaded with quality and topped with your favorite topping for only $7.77 each. Order online at papajohns.com or walk into your local Papa John's today. We're locally owned and operated. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Limited time offer. Prices and participation may vary. Not valid with all discounts. Additional toppings, taxes, and fees extra.
Happy days are here again. Happy days are here again. The LA Galaxy have put losing in the rearview mirror. What a win against all odds. Down to 10 men for 50 minutes of the game. 1-0 winners away to the Montreal Impact. By the way, collecting their 3rd clean sheet on the way. The only goal of the game scored 15 minutes from full time by the irrepressible, brilliant Norwegian striker Ola Kamara, who once again continues to be the shining light to this LA Galaxy attack. In the shadow of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, it's Kamara who's put together a great run of goals, 1 in each of his last 4, bringing his total up to 5. And Ola Kamara, that's why they pay him the big bucks, and that's why he was given the big contract extension, as the Galaxy now can look ahead after recording their 4th win of the campaign and stopping that 4-game losing slide, taking on a San Jose team that's down and out right now. San Jose Earthquakes coming into the StubHub Center on Friday night at 8 p.m. Get on down here, folks. They come into this one in the 10th position, and after the win for the Galaxy, now 4 points adrift of LA, as the Galaxy move level with both Real Salt Lake and Minnesota United, 2 points adrift of 6th place Houston. But San Jose coming off a bad defeat over the weekend against DC United. A lot of questions being asked of a defense in much similar vein to Montreal's. It is conceded 22 times in the space of 11 games, and that, of course, is good enough for 3rd worst in Major League Soccer. So there will be chances here, and it will be very interesting to see the 11 that Ziggy Schmid will pick. You'd have to say he got things right today. It was Clemente who had some rough moments in his debut, but did enough to shore up the back line in his MLS debut. And, of course, Dave Romney coming in for the suspended Ashley Cole on the left-hand side. And a tip of the hat once again for Emma Boateng, who comes in for the 2nd straight match off the bench and makes a huge difference. His pace was able to stretch that Montreal defense and open things up for Ola Kamara. He collects the assists Emma gathering his 3rd assist of the campaign, setting up the winner for Ola Kamara. And another tip of the hat for David Bingham, who made some massive saves, about 5 or 6 to be precise. He was huge in the second half, repelling the likes of Krolicki, as well as Jackson Hamill, Ignacio Piatti and company, in that flurry that started around the 50th minute. But David Bingham kept his positioning, and his shot stopping was absolutely spot on today. And something that I saw out of David Bingham that I like to see, midway through the second half, the Galaxy were in tatters, and a great 5-minute spell from Montreal. He pulled aside David Romney and said, hey, catch a breath. Get sorted. He organized that back line, and from then on, they looked solid. Yes, they absorbed wave after wave, but packed that penalty box made life ever so difficult for Montreal, who for the 3rd game running failed to find the back of the net. Now, San Jose come into town. They'll take on an LA Galaxy team that will have to do without the likes of Zlatan Ibrahimovic for the first time, and it'll be interesting to see how Ola Kamara will react and how he will perform in his more natural role as a number 9 up top. He certainly flourished today, and perhaps the Galaxy played their better soccer when Ibra was sent off. You never like to lose one of your players and go down numerically, especially a world-class player like Ibrahimovic, who's had formidable contributions in his 2 months here with LA. But in terms of a team scheme and tactical setup, it looked much more cohesive. The Galaxy came in with a defend and counter-attack approach with a numerical advantage for Montreal, and it certainly paid off. And you got to like Ola Kamara's chances of playing a successful role as that number 9 center forward, with the suspension of Ibrahimovic, who will not be available until the June 2nd trip up to Portland. That one on an artificial surface, and it'll be interesting to see if Ibra will even play. And, of course, after that, they will close out the pre-World Cup schedule at home here at StubHub as they get set to take on Real Salt Lake before taking 2 weeks off for the World Cup. But the man of the match going to Ola Kamara. The Galaxy getting the job done. Three clean sheets on the campaign as they get their 4th win. That's about it. That's going to do it for us. Make sure you tune in this coming Friday night. Joe Titino will have the call as the Galaxy gets set to take on San Jose. We'll kick off the pregame show around 7:45 Pacific Daylight Time. So for everyone here affiliated with the LA Galaxy, this is Christian Miles saying so long. We'll see you on Friday.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, diehard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, diehard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
A car's value is more than its price tag. That's why every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care no-cost maintenance. Toyota Care covers factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. Plus 24-hour roadside assistance and lockout protection. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. See dealer for details and exclusions. And drive with peace of mind. We make it easy on you. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, Galaxy fans, 2 pizzas are better than 1. That's why Papa John's is offering you 2 large one-topping pizzas for only $7.77 each. That's 2 large Papa John's pizzas loaded with quality and topped with your favorite topping for only $7.77 each. Order online at papajohns.com or walk into your local Papa John's today. We're locally owned and operated. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Limited time offer. Prices and participation may vary. Not valid with all discounts. Additional toppings, taxes, and fees extra.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. And SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu.